Hey everyone, I hope that you can see me. I'm going to refresh on my phone real quick just to make sure. I apologize again for everybody for the tardy start, but we've been trying to work on this. Okay, let me make sure I'm not seeing this. I know that if you're watching direct, you can see me, but let's see here. Okay, looks like all right, we're in there. You guys can see me. Thank the Lord. Okay. So, anyways, I want to welcome everybody to this live presentation. I'm going to probably be looking down just a couple of times because I want to make sure that you guys are able to see everything properly. This is a new tool that I'm using to be able to present this information about this business. And so, for everybody that is watching us, you're watching live. I'm actually recording right now live in Atlanta, Georgia, my home here, and just really excited about the great things that are taking place with the company that we're going to be talking about in a few minutes. So if you're a guest on this webinar, we definitely want to welcome you, and I would encourage you to definitely take some notes. Take some notes over what we're going to be discussing over the next few minutes because I believe that this information can change your life. So just to make sure to see how things are working, guys, hopefully you can be able to read everything as it comes up on the screen. My name is Taria Avant, and I've actually been a part of this company now for a little over 4 years. In fact, I just celebrated my 4-year anniversary August the 29th, 2014. Joined in the company 4 years ago. I'm sitting in my home now that I own still, and when I first moved here, I actually was going into foreclosure, so almost lost my house, and because I made a decision to get started with this company, I was able to save my home with a whole lot of other things. It saved my mind, but definitely, guys, this information I'm going to present to you is definitely going to be key and vital. I had a chance to look at it, and to me, it just made sense. I was in a situation where it didn't make sense, and so I was ready to take my life to another level. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and get this thing started. Okay, great. So I was just checking to see if you can see down below, and you can. Perfect. Now, it may be a little bit of a drag, but that's okay in regards to being able to see everything. And there's some stuff that's going to be a little messed up, but we'll work on it down in the future. This is our first time doing this. All right. Well, guys, the name of the company is Organo Gold, and right now we are the fastest growing momentum company in the world. And what we like to say is that it's easy, it's simple, it's coffee, it's the right business at the right time. Guys, when I got started in this company, I tell you, it was the same thing. We talked about the same products, we had the same slogan, and it has not changed 6 years down the line. Now, the reason why we are the fastest growing momentum company in the world is because what we have done is tapped into 4 fast-growing industries, 4 industries that are recession-proof. They won't change, okay, in regards to growth, regardless if it's an up or down economy. The first is the internet industry. Internet industry, we're talking about trillions of people surfing the web every single day. I mean, trillions of dollars being spent every single day. And so it definitely makes sense to position yourself in the internet industry. In fact, when you get started with the company, you get your very own state-of-the-art e-commerce website where people can go and purchase product and actually have it shipped to their home, and you get to pick up the compensation. Now, the next industry is actually the home-based business industry. Now, what I love so much about being able to work from home is really being able to schedule my life according to how I desire, being able to do what I want when I want. Even though today is Labor Day and it's a day where we celebrate and just relax a little bit here in the United States of America, you know what? We're not sitting down here because we don't need to. We have relaxed days every day. But the great thing is that I can be able to build a business from the comfort of my home. Now, it is a home-based business, but it is not homebound, okay? I love the fact that I can go out there and meet people every single day and give them a sample of our product, and it turns into a sale, okay? Also, a great thing about having a home-based business right here in the United States, if you have a home-based business, you're also given several hundred tax benefits just for having a business from the comfort of your home. Now, the next industry is the health and wellness industry. The health and wellness industry is so big because you're talking about more people more than ever today that are being very health conscious. You know, they're looking to take care of their health, you know, and spend more money than they were before. You're talking about an industry where more millionaires will be made through the health and wellness industry, and it just makes sense to position yourself in this industry through direct sales. That's where more millionaires will be made. Now, the fourth industry is coffee, okay? And we're going to spend a little bit more time talking about coffee, guys, so that you can truly understand the benefits of what coffee can do for you. Coffee, guys, is the #2 traded commodity in the world next to oil. It's the #2 consumed beverage in the world next to water. People are drinking coffee multiple times per day. People are willing to spend $4, $5, $6 for a cup of coffee, and it just makes sense to position yourself in an industry where people are spending those kind of monies to be into the coffee industry. Guys, we're talking about a product that regardless of where you are in the world, people know what you're talking about. You're talking about a product that even if I don't speak the language of that particular location, if I say the word coffee, they'll still understand what it is that I'm talking about. And that's what I love so much about being in this industry. I love the fact that whenever I go somewhere and I'm talking to someone about what I do, and they get excited. You know, they get extremely excited when I talk about coffee. Why? Because most people are consuming it every single day. In fact, 75% of the population is consuming it every single day. Guys, you know, this is another great opportunity to position yourself in an industry where you have so many people, so many companies who are taking notice. You've got Starbucks with the $5 cup of coffee, right? They just increased their coffee, actually. And guys, what's even more funny is that nobody really even said anything about it. I mean, Starbucks made an announcement and people were just willing to pay. Why? Because coffee is not a luxury, it's a necessity. You also have McDonald's and Burger King, guys. Burger King just spent, was it $12 billion to purchase a coffee franchise, guys. That's a big deal. You've got companies like Subway and Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts spent millions of dollars to change their logo from what they were known for to now coffee. Guys, it just makes sense. You got individuals like Coca-Cola. Well, that's not an individual, but that's a major corporation like Coca-Cola investing billions of dollars into the coffee industry to own 10% of a coffee company. You got Oprah Winfrey now in the coffee and tea products, guys. It just makes sense to be in the coffee industry, okay? And so you want to get yourself in an industry where people are capitalizing. Now, a lot of people ask, they say, Sharia, well, what sets your company apart from everybody else? How is it that you guys are just doing so many great things outside of everyone else? Well, there's a couple of reasons. The first, guys, that I'll talk about on today is the fact that we have an herb infused into our coffee. Okay, guys, this herb dates back to over 4,000 years old. It was originally reserved for Chinese royalty. Some of the things I can tell you guys about this herb is that when you consume it, you're going to feel great. Now, I don't know why my video camera is so smushed, but whatever, we'll figure it out later on. But guys, I tell you, I've been consuming this product now for 4 years. I feel absolutely phenomenal. And there are some credited medical websites that are talking about Ganoderma. I would strongly recommend do your own research so that you can be able to get that information. But guys, you know, as you can see, there's a testimonial right there from another one of our distributors. As you can see also, while the slides are going by, you're going to see some testimonials from a lot of our business partners in what this company, the product, even the leadership has been able to do for their families. Now, a lot of people, they ask, well, Taria, you know, what else can you tell me about, you know, this herb? Well, guys, what I can tell you is that our herb has some amazing certifications. We're talking about USDA certified, that's United States Department of Agriculture. We're ECOT certified. We're Good Manufacturing Practice certified, kosher certified, halal certified. Guys, we got more certifications, even depending upon whatever country you're in. We have specific country certifications. I know we just launched in Nigeria, and in Nigeria have certain certifications for our product that are available. Guys, I tell you this, with all these companies putting their stamp of approval on our product, it absolutely makes sense to be yourself, you know, to have a position in a company that's getting these. Also, we have a $250 million industrial herb park being built for us right now over in China, guys. I'm just looking forward to it any day now when they're announcing the fact that they're having the groundbreaking ceremony. And They're inviting all the leaders to come out there to check it out. I'm looking forward to that day. And so these are amazing certifications that we also have. Guys, you know what? Our products, people are loving them all over the world. You're talking about all different arrays of products, from black coffee, latte, mocha, hot chocolate, green tea, red tea, iced tea. We even have the number, according to the Guinness Book of World Records, the #1 coffee in the world, which is Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee with the Ganoderma infused into it. We also have the King of Coffee, happens to be one of my favorite. Also, guys, we've come out with a new brand, and I'll talk a little bit about that. But on top of the coffees, we have a lotion, we have a soap, and a toothpaste that has the Ganoderma infused into all of them. You can't smell it, see it, or taste it. And then finally, if you're one of those individuals, just say, hey, look, I'm looking at what Ganoderma is doing for people all over the world. I want to get more of this into my system. How can I have more without necessarily having to consume more, put a whole lot of lotion on? What can I do to get more into my body? Well, we also have it in capsule form. And so that is absolutely incredible. Now, this is also, guys, what sets us apart from everybody else. I'm just going to be transparent. As Organo Gold, you know, outside of being in any other kind of company, from corporate America to even just part-time to this home-based business industry, guys, I've never seen leadership like this. You know, these three gentlemen combined have over 50 years experience in the industry. You're talking about all self-made millionaires in the industry. No, I'm not saying that they became millionaires and decided to start a home-based business. What I'm saying is that they became millionaires in the industry, over 50 years experience. You got our CEO and founder, Mr. Bernard Chua, who, guys, he started this company, actually started an organization of over 500,000 people in the Philippines before even bringing this amazing company and concept to the United States of America. Well, he was able to connect with Shane Moran, who is our global master distributor. He has sold more healthy coffee than any distributor in the world of healthy coffee. Guys, he is in Canada. And then he connected with Mr. Holton Buggs, who is in Houston, Texas, right here in the United States of America. Well, Mr. Holton Buggs came in as an independent distributor, was not the executive vice president of sales. He actually is not even one of the original founders of the company, but came in and grew this organization, grew his particular organization. I believe the rumors are over 90% of the company within a matter of a month or two. The gentleman definitely knew what he was doing then, and he knows what he is doing now. And that is why, guys, with these three gentlemen combined, you're talking about the best leadership in the industry of the home-based business world. Now, on top of that, I love the fact that our company really focuses on personal development. I talk about it all the time, guys. I say if you don't work on what's in this thing right here, what's in your head, there's no way in this world that you'll ever be able to change your life. For change to come, you have to change. And so many times in life, all we focus on is the how-to in regards to step 1, step 2, step 3, without really working on the reason why we do things the way we do things, the reason why we make decisions the way we make decisions. You know, successful people, guys, when you think about successful people, they're very quick to make decisions and very slow to look back. You know, working in this industry, I have learned directly why a lot of people don't have success in life. You know, always waiting for the right opportunity. Guys, we understand that in life, it's never the right opportunity. There's always challenges. But see, what I love so much about Organo Gold and our leadership is that they have put a major focus on us developing inside, developing within, so that we can be able to experience the life without, right? Okay, all right, so that's amazing. Now, this amazing, amazing collaboration right here with this gentleman, Mr. Greg Norman, who is now our global brand ambassador. Guys, let me tell you, Mr. Greg Norman came into Organo Gold, I want to say maybe a little under a year ago. And when he came into the company, he actually came into the company as an independent distributor. He invested into the Gold Pack, which I'll talk about in a minute, and made a decision to become a part of the company. But guys, you know, Organo Gold, we're pretty smart. Now, we don't treat anybody differently. You know, he had to make the initial investment and launch his business and things of that nature. But when you have a gentleman who's worth over $500 million that joins your company, that is world known, and, you know, built golf courses all over the world. And, you know, one thing about our OG men, I don't know about all the OG women, but I know the OG men, Organo Gold Diamonds, they love to golf. Guys, well, it would just make sense to be able to have Mr. Greg Norman become a part of the brand. And this is actually one of my favorite products, the Brew Cup. In fact, that's what I'm drinking right now, guys, the Brew Cup line, which is also known as K-Cups, guys. We're talking about more families today have a K-Cup machine in their house, and so we just decided, you know what, let's get a part of this market, and that's what we have done with these amazing products. And this is just the beginning of what we're going to be doing here in Organo Gold. Okay, so now, guys, we're going to go into the compensation, and we're going to go straight into it. We're going to talk a little bit about how it is that we get paid. We actually get paid 7 different ways. Okay, 7 different ways here in the business. But I'm going to go first into the retail sales. Okay, now the great thing about the retail sales is that it allows us to buy low and sell high, but our high is still lower than the average company's low outside the house. Guys, what we have found is that typically when we sample people, let's just say I sample 5 people. Well, typically what we have found is that out of every 5 people that you sample, 2 to 3 of those people will become customers of your product. Well, guys, when you're sampling 5 people, literally each sample that you give out costs you anywhere between 50 to 75 cents. Okay, 50 to 75 cents. So let's just say you sample 5 people and we sample 2 cups. That's $5, a $5 investment. Well, 2 to 3 customers from that, guys, that turns into a huge profit, because for every box that we sell, we actually make about a $15 to $17+ profit. Okay, now just to kind of give you an idea, the investment for us may be $15. We sample 5 people. We still have over 20 cups of coffee left to sample out. But from that $5 investment, it now yields a return of 2 to 4, 6 boxes of coffee, guys. And I'm telling you, that's a major increase in retail sales. Now, we also have individuals who are just smart enough to realize that, hey, I can do a trade show. I can sell the coffee at the malls, salons, spas, kiosks, guys, and know that 75% of the people that are there are already consuming the coffee, and literally be able to sample and sell the coffee by the cup. Guys, we have had incredible testimonials of people being able to really retail this product. I've never seen anything like it. You know, guys, I've tried different things. I'll tell you this. I have tried different things in my life, and was able to get into this company, and I never get the same reaction that I do when I tell people that I'm in the coffee business. And so it just makes sense, guys. It makes sense to be in something where there is no selling involved, because coffee is bought. It's not sold, it's bought. All right? The second way we get paid is our fast track or referral bonus. Now, guys, we're going to have more of these webinars taking place. We've got live opportunity calls taking place. In fact, we actually have one today at 1 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. We have live opportunities calls that take place every single day. My question to you is this. I don't want you to be able to do what it is that I'm doing. What I want you to be able to do is just get some people on the call. Can you call up somebody and say, hey, look, I've got a great opportunity that just fell on my lap. I want you to take a look at it. Let me know what you think. Can you get some people on the call? Can you get them on the website? And if you can, allow us to do the heavy lifting for you. See, guys, this is just the beginning. We're going to have so many great webinars that are going to be coming up, of course, without the technical difficulties. But guys, I believe that whenever you have technical difficulties, my belief with anything, whenever a challenge comes up, I totally believe that challenges mean it's just a setback for a setup for a major come up. I believe the challenge is the rain that falls on the seed that you've sown that produces the harvest. And so anyways, back to where we were talking about. If somebody plugs into this information, they say, you know what, this makes sense, I want to get involved, they're going to buy a coffee product pack, which we'll discuss in a very few short minutes. When they buy the coffee product pack, guess what happens? The company will pay you a referral bonus. Well, they're now able to actually get the referral bonuses as well, up to $150. Okay? So now, the next way that we get paid is the dual team. Okay? What I love so much about the dual team, and as you can see, look at this amazing testimony. I was able to get my dual team in 3 days in the business without even really understanding the business. Thankful to have received several 4-figure weekly checks from the dual. In case you don't know what a 4-figure, we mean, a check that probably has a comma in it, right? Not probably, but it does. And that's actually from our Ruby consultant, Shinai Gurera. But guys, I tell you, what I love so much about the dual team is it doesn't necessarily require anybody to be a superstar. And the reason why I say necessarily is because I believe that you are what you believe you are. But you don't have to be skilled in sales. We're not talking about, being able to present the information perfect. Guys, I've actually messed up, a couple times on the presentation, kind of stuttered a little bit, but guess what? It does not matter, does it? Because as long as it makes sense and coffee makes sense, guys, you can find some people who are looking. In fact, statistics show that 9,000 people are surfing the web every single day looking for an opportunity to work from home. 9,000 people. So what that means is, guess what? The 9,000 people that are surfing the web are out there in the streets. 9,000 people are out there looking every single day for something that they can do from the comfort of their home. Well, guys, so we can find some people. Now, in this example, what it shows is that if you go out there and find 2 people, okay, that's all it's showing. You go find 2 people. Well, those 2 people, that means now you're what we call dual team qualified. Those 2 people, we're going to show them how to do the same thing. Well, this is one of those things, I've had people say, well, is this one of those things where you got to recruit people? Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Everything in life requires some kind of recruiting, okay? Everything in life requires some kind of word of mouth. In fact, the best sales ever made came through word of mouth marketing. That's all this is. See, we're not telling you to do anything that you've never done before. We've all done this before. We can all agree, right, that we have participated in telling somebody about a product, service, whatever, right? So you get those 2 people, and that turns into 2, and then it turns into 4, and then 8, 16, and 32. By the time we get to the 12th month in our business, we're now at 4,096 business partners in our organization. Now, what we have found, guys, is that on average, most of our business partners that get started with the company, they spend anywhere between $500 to $1,300 to get started with Organo Gold, okay? But we're going to say worst case scenario that they buy 3 boxes of coffee. Now, I can tell you this, it is very difficult to run a major business with only 3 boxes of coffee. As I showed you, if you just use 10 sachets of your coffee to sample out, right, because you're giving out 2 apiece to 5 people, and on average 2 to 3 people will purchase, you've already run out of your coffee. You don't have enough to sell. So we know that if that's somebody that's just probably sampling it for themselves, right? So that's worst case scenario. Well, 4,096 times 3 boxes. Now, let me tell you what 3 boxes equates to, just so you can see what the numbers are talking about. On here, you're going to see where it says something like 50 CV. That means 50 commissionable volume, $50 in commissionable volume. Well, what the company does is it takes 4,096 business partners, multiplies it by the commissionable volume. That's 50. So 4,096 times 50 is over $200,000 in sales. The company then takes up to 20% of that volume, and that's what you're paid on a monthly basis. That is $4,000 per month. Okay? Now, guys, what I'm going to do is a little bit later tonight, just so I can fix some of these technical difficulties, because I'm going to have to record this all over again or do this presentation all over again. I'm going to literally do a breakdown. Okay? I'm going to do a breakdown of really how this comp plan works in numbers of the residual. If you want to see it, all you got to do is come right back to the same website, getpaidwithcoffee.net, and that's actually going to be at 8:30. Okay, that's going to it's going to have to be at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, we're going to have some people that are over here today, but we'll just let them see what we're doing on this live presentation. So at 8 o'clock, we're going to be back here, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's literally in a couple of hours, where I'm going to break down the numbers. So if you want to be a part of that, you just come back to getpaidwithcoffee.net so you can see how literally you getting 2 business partners and 10 customers can really equate to massive, massive income in your Organo Gold business. Now, guys, another great way that we get paid is, and this is where I'm going to show the breakdown of the numbers, is through our uni-level matching bonus generational and global pool. That's where I'm going to show you how the real money comes into play here in the business. On top of that, guys, we've got our Mercedes-Benz program. You know, I just posted a picture on social media the other day talking about my Mercedes-Benz, and I'm so grateful, guys, that we're able to drive our car without having to worry about the car note, because the company actually takes care of that for us on a monthly basis. But anyways, as when you start off in the business, you're a Sapphire consultant, you get $400 all the way up to $1,000. And we're currently diamonds in the business. We'll be breaking some diamonds this particular month, and I get excited about that. I get excited because we're going to be helping more families, not only to, you know, just be able to become financially free, time free, health free, but guys, also being able to drive in style. And on top of that, we have our elite car program with the elite cars that you can get, you know, talking about Lamborghinis, talking about Ferraris, Rolls Royces, Bentleys, anything you can think of, guys. And you become a black diamond here and in the business, the company will actually give you $3,000 a month towards your elite car that you decide to drive. All right. Now, how do you get started? Well, guys, there's actually 3 ways to get started in regards to investing into the coffee business. But everybody becomes a distributor by paying $50. With that, you're going to get an entry-level kit, back office access. You're going to get a couple brochures and some samples, really like a sheet of samples. It's not any boxes of samples. It's really just for display, if you were to ask me. But this is just so that you can get an ID number. However, as we know, if we're joining the coffee business, one thing that we want to do, guys, is we want to make sure that guess what we're doing? That we're buying coffee, right? We want to be buying coffee. So, guys, the first way to come into the business is the bronze pack, okay? The bronze pack, guys, it's a one-time investment of $150 plus the distributor kit, which is $199 plus shipping and handling. Guys, they get you about $300 worth of product. You're going to get paid up to 10%, up to $500 per week in bonuses on the dual team. Guys, and it's a decent way to get started into the business. But I'm going to tell you about a better way to come into the business, guys. That is the bronze. I'm about to skip past the silver pack. That is the silver pack. The silver pack, guys, it gets you about $900 worth of product. You're going to get paid up to 15%, up to $1,500 per week in bonuses on the dual team. Guys, that is $499 plus shipping and handling. You're talking about a better way to get started. You also get what we call the matching bonus in the silver pack, which you do not get in the bronze pack. But the way that we came into the business back in 2010, guys, was the gold pack. And as you can see, you get definitely a lot more product. You get over $2,600 worth of product. You're going to get paid 20%, up to $2,500 per week in bonuses on the dual team. Guys, it's just a better way to get yourself involved because you now have enough product to sip, sample, sell, and supply. You know, when you think about the individuals that are actually getting started, guys, here in Organo Gold, from the Greg Normans to the professional athletes, to the lawyers, to the doctors, to all the individuals from white-collar workers, blue-collar workers, all types of individuals are making those investments, whether it be bronze, silver, or gold, to get started in this company, guys, because they all understand coffee. And my question to you is this: do you know some coffee drinkers? Do they live in your neighborhood? Do they go to your church? Are they at your gym? Guys, you know, are they at your job? And if you've answered yes to any of those, guys, you definitely want to get yourself invested into the coffee industry. Guys, the way that I see it, I said, well, you know, if I'm going to be a consumer of the product, or if I'm going to be around people consuming the product, I might as well get paid for being in that, you know, in that environment. And 4 years ago, we made a decision to get started. Now, we did come in on the gold. Why? Because I just didn't see myself leaving any money on the table, and I knew that I was going to give it 100%. Now, some people say, well, I'm not sure if I'm ready to give it 100%. I'm going to tell you this, guys, if you look at what's taking place in the world, if you look up things like middle class disappearing, I don't know about you, but it was enough to make me look at where my future was going. With the cost of living going up and, guys, jobs going down, they say the job market is getting better. Yeah, with a lot of part-time jobs, or with a lot of jobs that aren't paying certain type of benefits, the job market today is not like it was 10, 15 years ago. And so, guys, I strongly, strongly encourage you to make a decision. You know, do what successful people do, and you will have what successful people have. All right. Well, that's my dog Crown that just walked by. Apologies on that. And so anyway, let's get back to this presentation, guys. Our vision, our goal is to capture, we're going to capture 1% of the coffee market. And what that means is $662 million per month in coffee sales is what we'll generate. That's $331 million a month divided amongst myself and all my business partners. Now, what I'm going to do, guys, is first of all, I just definitely want to, thank everybody that stuck in through the technical difficulties, and I apologize for being late on this. But what we're going to do is we're going to do another one of these presentations at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'll make sure to be on time, okay? And we'll get more people on this. Guys, it's a Labor Day weekend, but guess what? We're out here making it happen. There's more people today than ever at home just, relaxing, watching television. They might as well check out to see how they can get free. My name is Taria Avant. It's been a privilege and pleasure to present to you this information that has changed my life in just 4 short years. Good day and God bless. And I'll see you guys in a couple of hours. Bye-bye. Really, Crown. Come on, here, boo-boo.